Hi guys, today we will be learning about accusative and dative, and when to use each one. We will also learn the different prepositions. For our examples, we will use gobbles the turkey, or as they say in German, gobbles der Truthahn. Okay, now, let's get started. First off, when there is movement, or wohin, you use accusative. A visual way that you can remember this is if you take the A from the accusative and put it on its side, it kind of looks like an arrow. An accusative represents movement. When it is location, or wo, you use dative. The dative isn't the movement because it's where the things already are. It's dative. Alright, here's a chart of the different prepositions. On the left-hand side, it's the German words, and on the right-hand side is what they mean in English. So in German is in English. On is at, or like a vertical surface. Auf is on top of. Hinter is behind. Neben is next to. Über is above. Unter is under. Vor is in front of. And zwischen is between. Alright, so here's an example of when to use the accusative or the dative. And by the way, the chart in the top right hand corner, the red is accusative and the yellow is dative. And down here, my two sentences, the red is accusative and the blue example is dative. And that's why there's an A and a D before each example. Okay. Gobbles geht zwischen den Stuhl und den Tisch. So that was from this. See how he is going to there? And see how I said gate? Gate because he's going there, and that gate is to go. And see how I used den Stuhl and den Tisch? And this is because in German, the gender for stool and table is der. And as you can see in the chart, the der accusative form is den, so that's why it's den Stuhl and den Tisch. In the second sentence, it's where Gobbles is right now. It's ist, not gate, because he is there, and dem Stuhl und dem Tisch. And the sentence is Gobbles ist zwischen dem Stuhl und dem Tisch. And we use the dem because if you look at the chart, the dative for der is dem. Alright, here's another example. Okay. Gobbles geht neben den Stuhl. Gobbles ist neben dem Stuhl. The first one is the accusative because it's while he's going there. And we use den again because stool, as we know, is the accusative is den. And for the dative, it's dem. Alright. Here's with the table. Gobbles geht unter den Tisch. Alright, we use unter because he's going under the table. And we use den because that's the accusative for der. And then Gobbles ist unter dem Tisch because we know it's the dative because he's there and it's not the movement. You know, accusative is movement and dative is when you're already there. And so it's dem Tisch. Here's a recap. So basically, as we know, up here, this right here is the accusative chart. And the accusative chart has all the examples of the different prepositions with the accusative. Alright, so on the accusative, see how it's the process of going to that position? It's going to, and then auf, it's going to, and see how hinter, it's going to, in, going to. See how in the accusative, it's always the action of when it's actually doing. And then over here, it's a dative, it's just when it's there. Unter is under here, vor is in front of here, and it's actually there. Auf is on top of the T's over here. And see how dative is Dative is when you're actually there, whereas accusative, as we've talked about before, is when it is going to there. And going back to this chart, let's just review them one more time. In is in, on is at, auf is on top of, hinter behind, neben is next to, über above, unter under, vor in front of, and zwischen is between. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you learned. Rewatch the video if you need to.